In this video, I'll be covering the way that phylogenetic trees are used to visually understand phylogeny. For the purpose of this video today, we will be looking at an example of a rooted phylogenetic tree, which you can see located here on the right. The reason that one may use a rooted phylogenetic tree over an unrooted one is because the rooted tree allows us to determine the order of divergence, whereas the unrooted tree simply shows that divergence has occurred. It's important to note that this type of phylogenetic tree also has the ability to show a quantitative amount of how each species differs from one another. By calculating the differences in the nucleotide sequencing of their DNA, we're able to determine exactly how much each operational taxonomic unit, or OTUs, differs from one another. However, for the purpose of this video, I did not create a distance matrix, so these values have been excluded. So if we look at the example here, we have a phylogenetic tree of many common household condiments. Located within this tree, we can see the relationship and that divergence has occurred between the operational taxonomic units. For example, moving down the side of the tree, we see the following OTUs: queso, salsa, Alfredo, tomato sauce, Caesar dressing, ranch dressing, buffalo, and barbecue sauce. So as I mentioned, this here is an example of a rooted phylogenetic tree, because as you can see, ketchup is an outgroup. This means that it is the furthest from all the other OTUs, so ketchup roots the tree and is the shared common ancestor of all the other OTUs located on the rooted phylogenetic tree. As we move inwards on the phylogenetic tree, we can see the various internal nodes in the highlighted yellow and pink regions. These nodes represent the most recent common ancestors of the operational taxonomic units contained within them. For example, the node for toppings is a common ancestor for the pasta sauces and the dips for chips. Likewise, the toppings and dressings share a common ancestor of flavorings before they diverged independently. These common ancestors located within the nodes are identified by the blue circles. Now within each of these nodes, as one lineage splits into two, this is where we can see that cladogenesis has occurred. This shows where speciation through evolution is occurring within the phylogenetic tree. For each of these OTUs, they may also undergo anagenesis, which is simply evolution within the same lineage over time. This would mean that the lineage may evolve but would not branch off into a new species, simply that lineage is evolving within its own species.